Loading na po.
Ma'am Ayn, start na po. Ma'am Bona.
Wait lang, ma'am eh. Ayan, okay. We're live na po.
Hello, Ma'am David, Ma'am Bona.
Okay po. Wait lang.
So, good morning po ang ating Masters of Ceremonies po, si Prof. Aina David and Prof. Sinaida Bonaobra.
Okay po. So, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat para po sa ating mga nandito sa ating Zoom account. Isang mapagpalang umaga po sa ating mga reactors, sa ating Dean ng Institute of Technology, sa ating mga chairperson ng bawat departamento, sa ating pong mga faculty members, at sa ating mga estudyante, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. So bago po natin umpisahan ang ating programa, ay nais ko lamang pong magbigay ng isang guidelines para po sa ating symposium ngayong umaga na to. So, the following are the guidelines for our Research Symposium 2021. Number 1, don't forget to fill up the registration form for our ITech Research Symposium. Number 2, the participants have the responsibility to ensure that his or her internet connection is stable for the entire research symposium. Number 3, upon joining the Zoom platform, the participants are encouraged to use their real name. Number 4, all microphone and videos of the participants will automatically be deactivated by the host administrator upon entering the Zoom platform. And then number 5, please observe proper decorum during the research symposium. Questions may be asked through the chat box and will be led by the facilitator at the open forum. Again, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. To formally start our symposium for today, welcome to the PUP Institute of Technology Research Symposium 2021 in partnership with Quistronics Corporation, entitled
with the theme Collaborative Research and Design for Innovation Towards a Better Normal.
All right. So I am Professor Zinaida Bonaobra from the Computer Management Department.
And yours truly, I'm Ma'am Aina from the Engineering Technology Department.
All right po. So magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. To begin, let us have a short doxology followed by our Philippine National Anthem. Hello, Ma'am Aina.
For the opening remarks, may we call on our Dean, Engineer Ramir M. Cruz.
Let's give him a virtual applause.
Morning. Naririnig po ba ako?
Yes, sir.
To the faculty members and officials of the Institute of Technology, our research coordinator, Engineer Jose Maridipay, our laboratory heads who are present here, our faculty members and students. Magandang umaga po. So I would like to welcome you to the first ever online research symposium of the Institute of Technology with the theme Collaborative Research and Design for Innovation Towards a Better Normal. We are now trying to embrace what we call a new normal, that we want it to be a better normal hanggang matapos po ito sanang pandemic. This two-day event will be focused on showcasing the research efforts of our students, of course in collaboration with their respective advisors. This is in part of our efforts to nurture our students, for them to become good researchers and provide better solutions to the many community problems that require the infusion of technology for the solution of those many problems. We would like to thank and welcome the reactors that are present here today. I believe they are from different colleges also. We have from the College of Engineering. We have also outside partners from outside the university. So welcome po at maraming salamat. Your presence would truly be helpful in upgrading the knowledge and skills of our graduating students. This is in preparation for them paglabas po nila ng university para mas maging mahuhusay at mabubuting alumni at graduates, mga empleyado someday. Nais po nating pasalamatan ng lahat because even if tayo ay nasa gitna ng isang napakahirap na sitwasyon, nasa gitna tayo ng pandemya, hindi tayo tumitigil sa ating quest na magkaroon ng additional knowledge. And what's really important also to note is that we are incorporating technology in the most flexible terms that we can para po tayo ay makapag-deliver ng learning, hindi lang makapag-deliver kundi makapag-generate ng knowledge. So again, to the students, I would like to congratulate you for reaching this far, of course. this would be the last of the many stumbling blocks, no, na naranasan ninyo throughout your entire stay in the PUP Institute of Technology. Konting-konti na lang, nakaka-graduate na kayo at we are very elated, no? We are happy that you chose to stay with the institute, and we are very happy also, and we are proud that you have created these researches, no? And we are hopeful that these researches can be used, right? Hindi lang sa publication, no? Hindi lang sa production, kundi magagamit din siya later on ng ating mga community in the form of extension activities. So with that, again, no, I would like to congratulate all, and I would like to thank all our reactors and all the participants at yung ating mga organizers po. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay po ang Institute of Technology, mabuhay tayong lahat. Ang lahat ng ito po ay para sa ating laging isinisigaw na gagamitin natin ang karunungan mula sa PUP para sa bayan. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Dean, for our beautiful and profound message para sa mga estudyante po natin.
Okay po. So thank you po sa ating mahal na dekano for the inspirational message. May we call on our chairperson from Engineering Technology Department, Engineer Freshan C. Ruiz. Let's give her a virtual applause. Ma'am Freshan.
Ma'am, nakamute kayo, ma'am.
Okay po, sorry. Good morning, everyone. I am very honored to have you in our Research Symposium 2021. So we know that part of our institutional development plan is to create a vigorous research production and utilization. So that is why I am very glad, because this event just proves that nothing could stop us in doing research. So our goal in creating quality studies, okay, never stops despite of this pandemic situation. We must ensure that these research outputs are to be utilized by experts and policymakers, so industry and the society. To all the presenters, good luck. I hope that this is not the last research that you will have. Also to all the reactors, Ms. Lunar, Engineer Cancino, and Dr. Libed, thank you very much for your presence today. The engineering technology students will show their innovations and updates in technology, applying their knowledge and skills. And also, I will, di ba sabi nga nila, if wala tayong curiosity, so wala rin tayong research. So, we are doing research kasi we need to learn more, or meron tayong gustong alamin na part na nakakapagdagdag ng interest natin. So, itong event na to, makakatulong din sa ating mga freshmen and the lower years for their design project. So, I hope this activity will impart new knowledge, okay, to the engineering technology students, also to the management technology. So, again, thank you very much for this event. I hope that all presenters be equipped with such knowledge. Thank you.
Right. So thank you very much, Engineer Freshan C. Ruiz. So we would like to inform everybody ng ating pong research symposium ngayong araw ng ating research symposium ay 2 araw po. So from July 2 to 3. So sa ngayong araw po, ang ating pong magpe-present para po sa kaalaman ng lahat ay ang ating pong engineering department. So bukas po, ito po ay para naman po sa ating computer management department. So before we proceed with the presentation, of course, we would like to recognize our partnership or our partners dito po sa ating Research Symposium 2021, ang ating pong Quistronics Corporation. So maraming salamat po sa Quistronics Corporation. Isa po sa ating reactors ang nag-donate po sa ating symposium na ito. So, ang tabayanan lamang po ng ating mga estudyante dyan. Tama mo ba, Ma'am Aina?
Yes.
Yes.
Meron tayong mga regalo. At proud to have na ang isa sa ating mga reactor na empleyado ng Quistronics Corporation ay graduate po ng Computer Engineering Technology.
Okay po. So maraming salamat po sa ating sponsors. Okay, to continue, let us have our ABP para po dito sa ating overview of the Research Symposium. So let's watch this.
Walang sound, ano.
Wala pong sound.
Institute of Technology aims to be the main institute. The Institute of Technology aims to be the main institute that cleared the universities and country-made ways with alumni of high epistemic limit fit for doing thorough research that makes assurance in light of excellent conviction for technology. Also, the Institute of Technology commits itself to conduct basic applied and scientific researches that will provide basis that will contextualize prevailing knowledge in the different academic fields, and to conduct research that will provide data and information for administrative policy making in quality assurance key result areas, and also aim to develop new knowledge in the languages, information communication technology, livelihood education, management technology and engineering technology towards sustainable development. The Polytechnic University of the Philippines Institute of Technology organizational structure, spearheaded by the Dean, with laboratory head for each chairperson from Management Technology Department and Engineering Technology Department, alongside with its faculty and staffs. Department of Management Technology Research Agenda. In order to realize the department's research goals, it sets its direction to the following research agenda. Office Management Technology. 1. Legal Office Management. 2. Medical Office Management. Information Communication Technology. 1. Network and Security. 2. Computer Programming. 3. Web Development. 4. Computer System Servicing. 5. Computer Hardware Servicing. Department of Engineering Technology Research Agenda. In order to realize the department's research goals, it sets its direction to the following research agenda. 1. Information technology-related infrastructure projects such as power sources, especially on renewable energy sources. 2. Flood control and management. 3. Mechatronics. 4. Transportation technology. 5. Urban gardening. Which are the goals of computer engineering technology, electronics and communication engineering technology, electrical engineering technology, mechanical engineering technology, civil engineering technology, and railway engineering technology.
All right. So maraming salamat po. So nakita niyo po ang ating achievement ng ating symposium. Tama po ba, Ma'am Aina? So kumbaga, ngayon nakikita natin na every year meron po tayong event na ganito. Ma'am
Yeah, we
Aina?
would like to encourage, yung mga estudyante natin na talagang maging creative at innovative in designing different research project when it comes to engineering technology.
So again, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Inform lamang po namin po ulit ang ating pong attendance sa ating pong chat box. Nandyan po, wag po nating kalimutan na fill upan po ito. Okay, to proceed, let us have the introduction of our reactors.
So this morning po, meron tayong 3 reactors. So we have Dr. Jake M. Bibed, and we also have Engineer Julius Cancino and Ma'am Mary Joy E. Lunar. So Dr. Jake M. Bibed is a doctor in information technology. He was also a college dean at the National Teacher College in 2018 up to May 2019. And presently, proud tayo na isa siya sa mga faculty members sa Engineering Technology Department with the rank of Associate Professor 2. And he is also connected as professional lecturer in AMA University. So yan po yung number 1 reactor natin. First reactor natin, Dr. Jake M. Bibed.
Okay po. So ang second reactor naman po natin, of course, we would like to comment na ang ating pong mga reactors ay napakaaga po. Bago pa lang po tayo mag-umpisa, talagang alam po nila na itong event na to ay napaka-importante po sa kanila. So our second reactor is none other than one of the regular faculty members po ng College of Engineering, Engineer Julius Cancino. At the same time, siya rin po ang chairperson po ng Computer Engineering Department or Computer Programming, CPE po. And of course, one of our regular reactors po sa ating symposium. So every time po na tayo po ay meron pong symposium sa Institute of Technology, ay siya po ay ating lagi pong na-invite in spite of his busy schedule. So yan po ang ating second reactor, Engineer Julius Cancino.
And our third reactor is FO3 or Fire Officer 3, Ma'am Mary Joy Lunar, happens to be a graduate of Master of Science in Information Technology at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines Open University graduate study he graduated last May 16, 2018. And nakakatuwa naman si Ma'am Lunar because her research and thesis entitled Fire Incident Management System, a near real-time business and data analysis approach ay na-endorse na-endorse ito ng ating university through Vice President for Academic Affairs to the International Multidisciplinary Research Colloquium held in Thailand last May 2018. And presently, she is also connected as the non-commissioned officer in charge for ICT policy development under ICT policy programs and monitoring divisions of the ICT Management Service in the Bureau of Fire Protection National Headquarters. So we are so happy na mga seasoned itong ating mga reactors. Thank you very much po sa inyong tatlo for accepting the invitation of the ITech.
Yes, ma'am. So nakakatuwa po na itong ating mga reactors ay talaga pong mga expert sa larangan po ng researches. So before we start, of course, kailangan din po natin ipaalam sa ating mga reactors yung ating criteria para po sa kaalaman po din ng lahat. So Symposium 2021 Evaluation, under po ito ng Engineering Technology Department sa ngayon. So number 1, we have the thesis title. Number 1, presentation, 40%. Under po ng presentation, andyan po yung style of presentation and oral articulation, 20%. Number 2, manuscript, 20%. Under po ng manuscript ay ang mga sumusunod: contribution to the field of specialization, discipline, theory testing for thesis, theory building for dissertation, applicability, 10%. Substance and content, logical organization, accuracy of the research process, accuracy and relevance of words, client depth of discussion, 10%. Number 3, prototype, 40%. So, under po ng prototype, andyan po yung ating functionality. So, overall, a total of 100%. Okay, now. So, let us begin with our presentation. So, to introduce our presenter, of course, would like to recognize our dear advisor, Engineer Jose Marie Dipay. At dahil siya po ay isa sa technical committee, ako na lamang po ang mag-introduce ng kanyang advisor. So our first presenter is from the DSET 3-2 or Computer Engineering Technology. Ang kanila pong title ng kanilang pong research ay Medical Supplies Vending Machine with Geographic Information System. Ang ating mga presenter ay sina Aris Benaventura, Sunday Mark Joseph Padua, and Lester Sarmiento. Go ahead, guys.
Hello po, magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Magandang araw din po sa mga reactors po ngayong umaga. Maraming salamat po. At sa mga nanonood po sa YouTube natin, maraming salamat po sa pakikinig. No? At i-share na po namin yung report po namin about po sa aming prototype and research. Kaitanit na lang po. Yan. Kita po ba?
Snack, kita po.
Okay po.
Go ahead
Thank you po. Okay. Ito po yung prototype po namin. Tinatawag po na Medical Supplies Vending Machine with Geographic Information System. At ang gumawa po ng research na ito ay kami po si Aris Benaventura, Sunday Mark Joseph Padua, at ako po si Lester D. Sarmiento. At galing po kami sa Diploma in Computer Engineering Technology, 3rd year, Section 2 po. At handle po kami ng aming advisor na si Engineer Jose Marie Dipay. At kasama po si Sir Dipay po, si Dr. Ryan S. Evangelista for the great advisors po na nagtulong po sa amin dito sa prototype po nito. Let me introduce po muna our team. So lahat po kami ay researchers and lahat po kami gumawa sa prototype. Lahat po kami mayroon kaming communication sa mga teachers namin for advisory and yun pa. So let's start with our presentation outline. So ang di-discuss ko po sa presentation po nito ay una-una is the introduction, statement of the problem, the scope and limitation, significance of the study. The video presentation will be explaining letter and schematic diagram and result and discussion. So let's start with the introduction. Aris.
Nowadays, vending machine plays an essential role in the development of a social environment. Moreover, different types of vending machines were introduced to provide customers the opportunity to buy items effortlessly when they needed it. Unfortunately, items like medical supplies, although can be vendible, are not yet included in the list of products that are currently available in the vending machines. These items could only be found in drugstores and pharmacies.
Statement of the problem. Padua.
So, hello, good evening, good morning po. So, statement of the problem. Number 1 question is, what are the profile of the respondents in terms of age, sex, educational attainment, household income, and family size? And the second question is, What are the challenges encountered by the community in availing medical supplies in their area? Accessibility, availability, and affordability. And number 3 question is, what are the common non-prescriptive medicine supplies that are needed by the community in the area? So, scope and limitation. This study is limited to the consumers that can reach the installed vending machine in particular area. It can use for exact amount only in payment system. The transaction is at single payment and use only demo for the sample of this symposium. The capacity of the vending machine will only 6 slot, and each slot has a capacity of 10 items, and 2 big slots can take up to 5 items. The scope of the project involves the assembly of the graphical user interface, the wirings, and the concrete installation of modules. The design and implementation of the schematic diagram for the automatic dispensing of the medicine, and development of the software running on Raspberry Pi 4. The web application and the motors to achieve the required task and quick response of the processor that is to automatically dispense medicine in vending machine using coin slot to accept the payment with an exact amount. The geographic information system will allow to catch up the location of other vending machine in Muntinlupa area using the website. So this study is the significance of the study is for consumers and for researchers to give the para maging reference po sa ibang researchers, and the consumer is para po magamit yung vending machine. Simulan po tayo sa video presentation.
So this is the video presentation of our prototype. So let's watch.
Magandang araw sa inyo lahat. Ako si Lester B. Sarmiento at pag-uusapan natin ang aming prototype na tinatawag na Medical Supplies Vending Machine with Geographic Information System. So ano nga ba ang prototype na ito? Ang Medical Supplies Vending Machine with Geographic Information System ay isang vending machine na nagpo-provide ng gamot at automatic magdi-dispense para sa iyo. Ito din ay isang coin-operated vending machine na ang paraan ng pagbabayad mo sa vending machine ay tumatanggap ng mga barya. Pwede din siya sa mga bagong barya tulad ng bagong piso, 5 at 10. Ang prototype na ito ay binubuo ng sumusunod. Una, the Raspberry Pi 4. Ito ay brain ng buong system ng prototype. Sunod is 4x4 matrix keypad. Ito ang input device para makapili ka ng slot sa mga gagamit. Sunod ay ang coin slot. Ang model niya is CH23. Ang bagong coin slot na tumatanggap ng mga bagong barya. Tinatanggap nito ang mga bagong barya na piso, bagong 5 at bagong 10. Server motor MG995. Ang server motor na ito ay para sa pag-proceed sa pagdi-dispense ng gamot. And then, lastly, the 20x4 LCD display. Ang magiging visualization or output display. At dahil Raspberry Pi 4 ang gamit dito sa vending machine, Python ang programming language ang ginamit dito. Gumagamit ang prototype na ito ng web application para sa mga gustong makakita ng location ng mga naka-install na vending machine malapit sa kanila. Makakatulong ang Geographic Information System sa website at sa mga user na nakaka-access nito dahil ang impormasyon ng vending machine at ang nilalaman nito ay makikita sa isang website. Ngayon, dako naman tayo sa website. Ano ba ang benefits nito sa mga user para maka-access sa website? Una, ang service. May kita ang mapa. Dito din may kita ang location ng vending machine at may kita din dito ang direction nito. Sa mapa na ito, may kita dito ang logo at ang laman ng vending machine. I-click mo lang ang logo ng vending machine at makikita mo na ang product description at sinong vendor nito. Pangalawa, ito ay para sa mga vendor. Sa pinakababa ng website, makikita dito ang quick links. Sa quick links, makikita dito ang sign in as a vendor. Sa pag-click ng sign in as a vendor, dito ilalagin natin ang username at password ng vendor. Ngayon, papasok tayo sa vendors dashboard. At ngayon, nasa vendors dashboard na tayo. Dito natin makikita ang bawat slot at items, price, expiry date, at stocks. Kung ilan na lang natitira ng bawat products sa slot ng vending machine ng isang vendor. Napakagandang benefits ito sa vendor para sa website na lang siya mag-check kung anong status ng kanyang vending machine. Mayroon pang benefits doon sa vendor at iyon ang pag-a-add niya ng products. Sa add products, dito mo i-edit or i-update ang mga laman ng vending machine mo sa bawat slot. Nandito ang slot number, item name, price, item quantity, item brand, and expiry date. Kung sakaling magbago ang price ng mga medical supplies dahil sa distribution at iba ang supplier, agad naman ito i-update sa pamamagitan ng pag-login niya as a vendor. Every Sunday, merong maintenance ang isang vendor para makapag-update ng kanyang vending machine at sa kanyang account. Isa pang function ng vendor sa website ay makikita niya ang every transaction ng kanyang vending machine sa pamamagitan ng sold products. Dito niya madidetermine kung ano ang mga gamot na madalas nauubos at ano naman ang matumal bilhin. Panoorin sa susunod na video kung paano nagwo-work ang vending machine na ito. At iyon, ang medical supplies vending machine with geographic information system. Maraming salamat po sa panonood ninyo. See you!
All right. So, thank you very much sa ating presenter sa Group 1. So, ipapaalala ko lamang po muli sa ating mga reactors na ang ating pong open forum po ay pagkatapos pong mag-present po yung mga presenters po. So, meron po tayong 4 na presenters ngayon. After po nila, saka po tayo magkakaroon ng question and answer po. At inaanyayahan po ang bawat isang reactors na maglaan po ng 2 katanungan sa ating mga presenter. Okay. Ma'am Aina, for the
Okay.
May sunod pa po,
Okay.
meron
Okay.
pa ba?
So,
Ah,
go
meron
ahead.
po.
Okay, sige.
Okay, sige. Okay. Next po. Next po yung schematic diagram po ng prototype namin using FreeSync. So makikita po ninyo na meron pa dito parang power supply pa po siya. Pero hindi na po namin nailagay kasi usually sa power supply po is nakalaan po siya sa coin slot. Pero ang ginawa po namin sir is mga reactors. Ang ginawa po namin is yung power supply po is naka-connect na lang po sa directly sa coin slot, and then yung Raspberry Pi po is naka-connect po sa outlet. For the kapag po naman po nagkaroon ng power interruption, automatic po nag-off po siya. And sa website po is makikita po na offline. Doon din po sa website po na yun ay naka-connect po ang Raspberry Pi. Meron pong built-in po ang Raspberry Pi na website. So magbabato po siya ng information na meron nagkaroon ng transactions, meron pong nadagdagan. Tapos kapag pag nag-off naman po yung vending machine, maibabato pa rin po kasi meron po kasi yung connection within the database po sa Raspberry Pi into other web server na meron siyang auto-update po. So yun lang pa yung sa schematic diagram po namin sa prototype. So let's go po sa result and discussion. Medyo bibilisan ko na lang po. So ulitin ko lang po, state of the problem po namin ay number 1, what are the profiles of the respondents in terms of age, sex, educational attainment, household income, and family size. Number 2, what are the challenges encountered by the community in availing medical supplies in their area by the accessibility, availability, and affordability. Number 3, what are the common non-prescriptive medicine supplies that are needed by the community in their area? So let's start with the result and discussion for the statement of the problem. So let's start with the number 1 statement of the problem. In terms of age, lahat po ng mga respondents po namin ay puro student po na may mayroon po silang inaalaga ang mga matatanda na kailangan po nilang lumabas ng bahay. So this age, meron pong pinakamataas na po is 21 years old, which is 33.8% po. 22 years old is 32.3%, 23 years old is 16.9%, 24 years old is 3.1%, and one respondents for the 38 years old at 1.5% po. Yan po yung, ito po yung isang respondents po namin is nakausap po namin siya ay nagme-maintenance po ng lamot, and at good time po nakausap po namin siya. Okay na okay po pa rin po siya. In terms of gender, sa respondents po namin, 52.3% po of the respondents are male, and 47.7% po ng respondents are female. And monthly household income po mula po 38% po ang household income po for 10,000 to 25,000 po. 31% po ang monthly household income po ng 10,000 below. 17% po ang monthly household income po from 25,000 to 50,000, and then 14% po ang monthly household income po ng 50,000 and above. Family size po, meron po tayong 5 family size, or yung kung ilan po sila sa isang bahay. 26.1% po ang 5 family size, 20% po ang 4 family size, 18.5% po sa 3 family size, 9.2% ang 7 family size, 4.6 po ang 2 family size, 3.1 po sa 8 family size, and 1.5 po. 1.5% po para sa 9 family size. So in the statement number 2, we have the accessibility of the respondents po in terms of accessibility. So 35.4% po of the respondents is 1 to 3 kilometers distance from the pharmacies. 33.8% po ang mga respondents po natin na 6 to 10 kilometers po ang distance ng pharmacy or drugstore po nila. 16.9% po of the respondents is 4 to 5 kilometers distance to the pharmacy or drugstores. And 13.8 po of the respondents is 10 kilometers or more distance to the pharmacy or drugstores. In ang availability, hindi po namin expect tong mga respondents namin na 49.2 po of the respondents response of availability of medical supplies sometimes not available. So napakalaking impact po ito sa research po namin at napakahirap na tactful po sa research po namin na sa ganitong mga response po ng mga respondents po is talagang wala po talaga silang nahahanapan ng gamot na dalas. So hindi po namin expect po na ganun po yung magiging sagot po ng mga respondents sa amin. Next po is 24.6 po of the respondents response of availability of the medical supplies are available. 30.8% of the respondents response of availability of the medical supplies are always available. And the list is 12.3% of the respondents response of availability of the medical supplies are not available. And so out of 65 respondents po, 55.4 po ng respondents ay preferred po nila yung branded na ilalagay po namin sa vending machine kung sakali po. And then 44.6 po ay mga generic. Okay, the common medicines po by the family in 65 respondents. So ito po yung meron pong mga gamot sa kanilang mga bahay. So nangunguna na po dyan yung multivitamins po, alcohol, Diagesic, and Bioflu. So yung pinaka-konti na lang po yung metformin. Ito po yung mga sagot po ng other respondents po. Tasutan, biotin, buscopan, isoflora, ayun po. Okay, in terms of level of availability po ng aming base po sa naging respondents po namin, overall din po is sometimes not available. So yung in-expect po namin, yung hindi po namin in-expect na yung sa number sa 49.2% ay naging expect po namin dito na yung overall mean po is 2.45 po yung lumabas. So lahat po na nakalista po ng mga gamot po dito is naka-base po kami sa common na ginagamit dito sa lugar sa Pilipinas. So yun po. So tapos na po. Okay. Sa prototype testing cases po namin, so meron po kaming 35 respondents po na malapit sa lugar ng vending machine po namin. Kalos mga kabataan po ang nag-willing pong gumamit ng vending machine po namin kasi may mga alaga daw po silang mga matanda na tapos meron po silang ni-request sa amin na ganito ilagay mong gamot, ganito po yung ilagay yung gamot. Pero syempre ang gusto po namin yung mga non-prescriptive po talaga na gamot. So this is the overall mean po, 4.41 po, highly acceptable po yung vending machine po. So working po yung vending machine po namin. So this is our conclusion. The problems encountered by the community in availing medical supplies is not easy to avail the medicine to the distance area. The respondents referred to a branded medical supplies to apply the availability of vending machine. The respondents' ratings to non-prescriptive medicine or supplies that are needed by the community in the area was sometimes not available in terms of availability of medical supplies. The respondents' rating for medical supplies vending machine with geographic information system was highly acceptable in terms of functionality, reliability, usability, and performance. And this is our recommendation. The vending machine with medical supply should be implemented more to a particular place, especially the place that we cannot afford to travel to its location to a drugstore or pharmacies. Next, the user should be oriented proper use of vending machine to avoid the problem. Minsan po kasi yung mga loko-loko po si mga tao doon, sinisira nila yung vending machine nila para nakawal yung mga ganun. So, kailangan po natin ma-orient yung mga users na gagamit po ng vending machine. And for the future researchers, there are several things that can be improved in order to acquire more comprehensive result. The researchers suggest to extend the samples to represent the consumers more widely. Since the majority of the samples in current research are people 21 to 29 years old, the target samples need to be more diverse in terms of age, income level, educational background, and preferred medicines. So yun lang po yung presentation po namin sa aming research prototype, medical supplies vending machine with geographic information system. So maraming salamat po.
All right. So thank you very much. Group 1 from the DSET 3-2 under the supervision of their advisor, Engineer Jose Marie Dipay and Dr. Ryan Evangelista. For the next presenter po, Ma'am Aina, please.
Yes. So we would like to call on their advisor, student from the ECEET 3-2. Would you like to introduce your presenter, ma'am? Okay, for our second presenters from the ECET third year section 2, ang title po ng kanilang research ay IoT-based intelligent streetlights. Ang mga presenters po natin ay si Mr. Erwin B. Baltasar, Mr. Salvador B. Borda, Geraldine May A. Cruz, Jasmine Dincupes, Alessandra Joanna B. Lianzana, Syra M. Makatangay, and Armaine Nicole C. Opeña. Go ahead, guys.
Good morning po. Good morning, everyone, and especially to our reactors.
Good morning.
Our dean, professors, instructors, fellow students. Good morning.
Pa-share screen po.
Hello po, can we allow po yung mag-present po?
Hello.
Sa share screen.
Mr.
Okay na po. Pakitry po.
Go ahead po.
So we are the proponents from the hello. We are the proponents from the Diploma in Electronics Engineering Technology, third year, section 2. Our project is entitled IoT-based intelligent streetlights. The members are the following: Baltasar Erwin B, Borda Salvador B, Cruz Geraldine May A, Linco Pines Jasmine, Lianzana Alessandra Joanna B, Makatangay Saira M, Peña Armaine Nicole C. We are from the D3 2, and our advisors are Engineer Gerard Pitan and Prof. Florida L. Santiago.
About the proponents. The proponents are from the DECET-2 of the Institute of Technology. We are the generation that fortifies and fulfills the necessity and demands of the community for the better future. This proposal will foster the community for more improvement and upgrade the quality of the community. We, the researchers, helping each other in making the project proposal for the betterment of the community. The members are Salvador B. Borda, Syra Makatangay, me, Alessandra Joanna Villansan, and Erwin Baltazar were assigned in the construction of the prototype, while Armin C. Opeña, Jasmine Lincopines, and Geraldine Cruz were assigned in the research manuscript of
Hello, nakamute po.
Introduction. Internet of Things or IoT simply means connection to the internet or devices connected to the internet. This project, entitled Internet of Things Based Intelligent Streetlights, is a design-based project. The project is represented by a prototype or a diorama. The system uses a Wi-Fi module ESP826601, which is connected to the system and gathers data and sends to the website. Next slide, please. IoT intelligent streetlights are composed of special features which enables the automation of the streetlights. These IoT intelligent lights can ensure low energy consumption than the traditional streetlights. Lastly, these streetlights consist of a database and user interface which can lessen manpower and enable remote monitoring. The project that is designed is ready for future innovations. The system is upgradable and flexible for future research.
So statement of the problem. A problem occurs in areas having conventional street lights and in areas that doesn't have street lighting system. And even though great efforts are exerted to either manually turning it on or off the street light, there are times that the in charge forgets to turn off or on the street lights at the right time, and it causes additional power consumption. The main objective of this study is to develop a system which would be called intelligent streetlights. This study will seek to prove that streetlights can be intelligently to be operated on its own and to be monitored wirelessly. In addition, it will be great help to save the power consumption and lessen manpower. Next po. Specifically, it sought to answer the following question. First is to measure how much power can be saved using the solution. Next is compare the IoT-based streetlights versus the traditional streetlights in terms of, first, the power efficiency. Second is the cost savings. And third is the manpower utilization efficiency. Next. Next po. Third is, what are the effects of changing traditional streetlights to IoT-based streetlights in terms of, first, the cost. Second, the energy consumption. Third is the efficiency to manpower. Lastly, how can the IoT-based streetlights deliver monitoring capability? Next.
Pasensya na po. Wait lang po. Mahina po yung net.
Okay na po ba?
Scope and limitation. The scope of the study is to access and monitor streetlights using the Internet of Things. The study is limited in creation of a prototype or a diorama of the streetlights. This study is not applicable to cities due to huge population and active nightlife. The researchers do not intend to target any highways for safety purposes. This study is focused on barangays and prioritizes the area with less activities during nighttime. So, this is only po our representation. Yung gawa po namin is only a prototype po. So, ang possible lang of if ever po na i-implement po siya, ang possible po na target po na area is ano po barangays po or basta po less activities during nighttime po.
Hello, okay na po ba?
Hello, Group 2.
Sorry po, napakabagal po ng net. Significance of the study. The purpose of this study is to design a smart lighting system which targets the energy saving and autonomous operation and economical affordability for the streets. Build an energy saving smart lighting system with integrated sensors and controllers. Design a smart lighting systems with modular approach design which makes the system's scalability and expandability. Design a smart lighting system which is compatible and scalable with other commercial products and automation systems, which might include more than lighting systems. Next, please. Also po, the significance of the study po, yung ginamit po namin ay Internet of Things. Gusto po namin siyang ma-recognize kasi po, IoT po, as we know, it is the most important areas of technologies na din. It is used in a wide range area of applications po, kagaya ng mga fields related po sa smart cities. Kaya po yung ginawa po namin doon, kagaya po ng ginawa namin na project po, yung smart streetlights. Next po. The result of this study will be great benefit to the following community. The results of this study will help to reduce accidents and other unwanted dangers that can risk lives. So ito po talagang project namin, na-plan po namin siya, na-design po talaga namin siya for the community. Also, nagka-pandemic lang po talaga ngayon, kaya po medyo nahirapan po. Kaya prototype lang po namin siyang ginawa kasi mahirap po kapag yung actual po namin siya gagawin. Next researcher, both present and future researchers could use the research as a reference if they are going to study the same or related case. These could also be improved and replicated to test the soundness of the obtained results. Magagamit po siya ng next researcher as guide po nila and or reference.
Erwin, pa-share screen niya.
Anak, nakamute ka na. Mr. Borda, nakamute ka.
Research instrument The researchers use acceptance guidelines or criteria in exchange for the research instrument because the project is design-based. The criteria or guidelines are based on the parameters on how the system works. So ito yung mga guidelines upang masabi natin na acceptable yung aming project. So parang checklist po siya na aming kailangan ma-attain po para maging acceptable yung project. So the following are the goals of the criteria. Number 1 is the system's energy consumption. Number 2, intelligence to save its own data. Number 3 is the intelligence to automatically turn on and off the streetlights. Number 4, the accessibility of the website. And number 5 is the sensitivity of the sensors.
Next.
So this is the process flow chart of the project. So in start, we need to brainstorm and determine the purpose of the project. Next is to plan and finalize the ideas. After finalizing the ideas, we have to have a decision making, and next is to construct the prototype. After constructing, we need to test and inspect the project, and the question is if the project is properly working or not. So are the error or issues fixable? So maayos pa ba? Kapag yes, balik po tayo sa testing and then continue. If no, balik po sa brainstorming and determining the purpose, planning, finalizing ideas, decision making hanggang makarating po at maging okay yung prototype. And after maging okay ng prototype, i-finalize natin yung prototype and then results and discussion. Doon na po yung end. So this is the schematic diagram of the project. So in the pin 14 to 19, the ultrasonic sensors are connected. And from 5 to 7, there are LEDs connected in parallel. And the LED are in 5 volts and the analog output. And the ESP is in the 3.3 volts. So ang ginamit po sa system namin is Arduino Mega 2560 bilang controller po ng system. Next naman po is yung block diagram. So, ito po yung block diagram natin. So, makikita po natin dito na yung nasa gitna nga po yung controller, the Arduino Mega 2560. So, we have LED 1, 2, 3, nakaparallel po yan. And then the 4, 5, 6 nakaparallel din po, which is same that, yung 7 to 9 nakaparallel din po siya. Ang system po is control ng LDR. Kapag na-trigger po ang system, mag-on po siya automatically and naka-dim lang po siya into 40%. So, kaya nandyan po yung ultrasonic sensor na nakakonect. Kada group ng 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ay ito po yung trigger para mag-full bright po yung system natin kapag may dadaan po. And then, it will return to dim after nakadaan po nung tao. And may ESPC 82661 nga po yung system na Wi-Fi module na nagko-collect po ng data mula sa Arduino at saka yung mga nakakabit na LEDs and ultrasonic sensors. Na isinesend po sa website na makikita po natin doon kung anong time, anong date, anong oras po yung pag-on and off ng streetlight natin. So mamonitor natin yan sa computer and then pwede po yung supply. Yung supply po namin is pwede sa computer and then pwede po siya sa charger lang ng cellphone. Next po. So results and discussion. So ito yung sagot sa tanong na energy consumption. So example namin is LED 5mm. So i-compare namin yung full bright and the dim. So makuha namin yung wattage by computing the voltage and the current. Kinuha namin yung voltage which is 5 volts and the current of the LED. And then ang lumabas is 0.15 watts. And in the dim, 0.06 watts. So may difference siya na 0.09 watts which is 60% of the energy ang na-save. So kada oras, ang kinompute namin na hours, example namin dito is from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So 12 hours. Itinimes namin yung watts, which is 0.15 watts times 12. Ang nakuha namin is 1.8. And then sa dim, 0.72 watt-hour. Difference is 1.08 watt-hour. Sa kilowatt-hour naman, i-divide natin yung watt-hour into divided by 1,000. 1.8 divided by 1,000 is 0.0018 kilowatt-hour. And then dun sa dim is 0.0072 kilowatt-hour. So difference is 0.00108 kilowatt-hour. And the monthly usage, i-multiply lang po namin siya ng 30 days. Approximately monthly usage is 0.054 kilowatt-hour, and then next is 0.0216 kilowatt-hour. So ang difference nila is 0.0324 kilowatt-hour. So makikita natin dito na yung difference namin is 60%. The next po.
So, results in discussion. So, sa test number 1 po, simulation. So, gumamit lang po kami ng breadboard po. So, ang mga component po ay LED, ultrasonic sensor, LDR sensor, and TSD Wi-Fi module. So, sa LED po, ang ginamit po namin dito po sa simulation ay 3 lang po. Pero po, sa testing na po is 9 po yun. So, parang po namin, station ano lang po ito. Station A lang po ito. So sa LED 1 po, yung status naman po nung LED 1 is responsive po. Ganun din po sa 2 and 3. Sa ultrasonic sensor po, so yun nga po, 3 po yun, pero po isa lang po yung ginamit namin sa station 1 nga po. So, responsive po. Sa LDR sensor naman po, responsive din po. So, sa breadboard po, hindi pa po kami gumamit ng Wi-Fi module. Next. So, ito na po sa ayan po. Sa calibration po ito. Ang una po namin kinalibrate is yung LDR. Isa lang po yung LDR na ginamit. So, status po na is good. So, if nagbigay po yung LDR ng less than 100, meaning po, ay less than 100 po analog value, meaning po nighttime po yun. So pag nagbigay naman po ng greater than 450, meaning po daytime po siya. So sa another naman po na components during the calibration is yung ultrasonic sensor. Ayun nga po, 3 na po yung ginamit. 3 po yung ginamit namin na ultrasonic. So, yung una po, responsive po, ganun din po yung sumunod, yung pangalawa at pangatlo. So, para po malaman yung sensitivity ng sensor, naglagay po kami ng object. Lapit po sa sensor, tapos po sa dulo po ng sensor. So, pag malapit po, ang binibigay po na analog value ay 0.04. So, sa malayo naman po, 0.20. So, yung gitna po nun, kahit naglagay po yung object, madedetect po yung object. Next. So, ito na po yung sa testing po. So, sa ano na po, itong mismong prototype na po. Sa initial testing po, yung bali po sa initial testing, yung LDR po, parang po nagkaroon po siya ng problema. Ayaw po siyang, hindi po di ba po, yun nga po yung LDR po kasi yung nagde-detect po nung level po nung light po. So, noong una po, hindi po siya namamatay or nakabukas lang po kasi nga po, means prototype, ay ano na po siya, prototype na po siya. Nandun na po yung mga LED, ultrasonic, and other pa po. So, sa ultra 1, ultrasonic 2, okay naman po. Hindi na bago yung ultrasonic 2 po yun. Ay, 3 po, hindi po 1 yun. Sa ano po, di ba nga po, grupo po yung LED. 3 po siya sa 3 pong LED kada station. So okay naman po lahat ng LED. Sa next naman pong testing po, nagkaroon po ng problem sa ultrasonic 1. So, ano lang po, yung inulit po yung sa calibration po. So, pero yun nga po, okay na po yung the rest. Sa initial testing po ng number 3, okay po lahat. So, pang-apat naman po, nagkaroon po uli ng problema yung ultrasonic 1. Then sa testing number 5 po, okay po lahat, nag-work po lahat yun properly. So ito na po yung sa final test po. So ito na final test po ng prototype. So sa number 6 po, okay po lahat ng LDR, ng ultrasonic, tapos po yung LEDs. Ganun din po sa 7, okay na po siya. Wala na pong yung mga yung sa initial test po, yung mga halimbawa yung LED po na busted, pinalitan po namin. So kailangan po before po talaga i-install yung mga components po, na-check po muna kasi pag naka-install na po, mahirap na po siyang alis-alisin kasi po since po may mga hinang po or may mga nakahinang po. So ganun din po sa 8, okay na po. Then the rest po, 8, 9, 10, okay na po lahat ng components. Tapos po yung prototype working properly na po.
So this is the video presentation. So these were the series of testing that we do to ensure that it is properly working and to be able to gather and collect true and correct data. So as seen in the video, may dumaan po na video ay na object and nag full bright po yung group 1 or 3 street lights and nag-dim po siya after 5 seconds. So mangyari po to paulit-ulit in the whole system. Kada po may madedetect na object yung ultrasonic sensor, mag-full bright po yung ating street lights and magbabato po siya ng data sa database po namin, which is makikita po siya sa website. So sa website po, makikita po natin, yan po, na-detect po ng station A na may object na dumaan or may movement po na na-detect, na makikita po dito yung real-time data and na date po and time. So makikita din po dito yung activation and deactivation of street lights po natin. So yan po yung table, street lights deactivated and activated with real date and time.
Ito po yung final video presentation po namin. So yun po yung final video presentation po namin.
So DECEET 3-2, are you done with the presentation?
Yes po ma'am, thank you po.
Okay, thank you so much. So we would like to request Ma'am Bona for the next presenters. Ma'am Bona. Okay, so let's start po. For the next presenter po, we would like to request Engineer Raymond Alfonso to introduce the student from DET 3-2. Sermon.
Good morning po. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. So let me introduce the presenters of the automatic water flow shut-off sensor using SMS. So first is Hannah May Asuncion, Rafael Bautista, Rolly de Guzman, Mayra Orcales, and Kyra Regondola.
Okay,
So,
DEET, yeah, okay, you may proceed.
Good morning, everyone. We are the representatives of our class DET 32 at today's Research Symposium, Collaborative Research and Design for Innovation Towards a Better Nomad. Today, we are going to present a research paper entitled Automatic Water Flow Shut-Off System Using SMS. Here is the presentation that we have prepared for all of you to relate to the topic that we are going to discuss. It contains the part of our paper that can give you ideas about how we construct and conclude our ideas with our own prototype. Ma'am, pa-share screen po. Thank you po. The presentation outline consists of introduction, statement of the problem, scope and limitation, significance of the study, research instruments, diagram, results and discussion, and our own video presentation. Our first proponent is Hannah May Asuncion.
So our introduction is contain about automatic water shut-off through SMS notification is an innovation of the researchers that tends to give the homeowners the efficiency that gives them assurance to shut off their faucets to the main meter to avoid much water leakage in the house. The water pressure and also the water flow in the main meter is controlled by the use of water flow switches. This research aims to give less effort in terms of protection for the homeowners because it controls many pipes that goes out into the house. In this kind of innovation, the researchers want to save water that would possibly occur during water leakage if it is left open behind. So the next topic is all about statement of the problem that will be discussed by Rolly de Guzman.
Our problem in our thesis is in what age of people tends to forget their faucet and how often they forget to turn off their faucet? Number 2, can it be used as safety measures dealing in water hazard? Number 3, how many phone numbers can access the device? 3.1, can the user change the number program to this prototype anytime?
Next is scope and limitation of our study. The scope is the study will focus on developing a secured water distribution utilization to ease the higher consumption when things are left behind. This study will also be beneficial on residential houses, particularly in Payatas, Quezon City, to prove the effectiveness of the study. The researchers focus on the realtors of Payatas as the subject of the study. Afterwards, the researchers come up with the assessment procedures where the gathered data will be analyzed and evaluated. The limitations are the constraints of the study will be the terms of the respondents. Only Raphael's family could arrange for the response. The research material available was not sufficient. If there was more research material available, various aspects of training will be covered. The limitation of the study includes the weaknesses of the study beyond the control of the researchers. The next one will be the significance of the study.
Next slide. The significance of the study. This study aims to detect water leakage that leads water to overflow and can cause flood inside the house. The purpose of this study is to avoid electrical failure that may cause hazard to the residents. Automatic water flow shut-off system warns the homeowner that there is a water leakage in the water system by sending them notification using SMS that directly sent to them. It will automatically shut off from the meter after giving the SMS. This can be also used when the homeowner tends to forget to turn off the faucet before leaving the house. It will also give notification to let the homeowner know that the faucet is open and automatically shuts off after sending notifications. No need to go back home to turn off the open faucet. This study helps the homeowner to be safe, saves time, water, and water bill as well.
Ito lang.
Research instrument. The study used in test questionnaires in gathering data. The research instrument were the questionnaire for water shut-off sensor, which is described in terms of mindfulness, safeness, and also way of living. The test questionnaire will have 5 questions for each indicator. The respondents again will choose from never, sometimes, always, and yes, no, maybe. The respondents will choose from the multiple choice that stated which will be based on their own experience. So ito po yung diagram ng prototype. Gumamit po kami ng SIM 900 module, Arduino Uno R3, tapos 12 volt 5 volt relay, tapos isang valve na normally open. Tapos pa-next po. Thank you. Results in this. From the gathered data on our survey, table number 2 shows the age range of respondents. 35.3% of it are 17 to 25 years old. 17.5% of it are the age of 26 to 30 years old, and 31 to 50 years old has the highest percentage, which is 47.2%. That means most of the respondents between 31 to 50 years old.
Table number 3 it talks about the tally of respondents and how often they forgot to turn off their faucet. Table number 3 shows how often their faucet, 9.1% of them answered never, 38.5% answered sometimes, and 52.4% answered always. That means that most of the respondents always forgot to turn off their faucet. Table number 4 shows that tally of respondents that would have the product. 80.5% of them likes to have the product. 1.1 don't like to have the product. 18.4 are still undecided. This means that majority of the respondents was able to have and buy the product. Table number 3 talks about the tally of respondents that want to buy the product. It shows that the respondents have different range on it. 62% of them wants to have the product at the range of 3,000 to 4,500. Then 34.8 wants to have it at 3,000 and 3.2 wants to have it 4,000 to 5,000. This means that more than half of the respondents wants to buy the product at the lowest range. Table number 6 shows the tally of respondents rate to the product. 85.2% of them gives 5 at the highest rate for the product. 11.4 gives the rate of 4.3%. 3% gives the rate of 3, and only 0.4% gives given the rate of 2, and none of the respondents given the lowest rate, which is 1. In conclusion, majority of the respondents approved about the product. Table number 7 shows the number of respondents that likes to use the product in an automated safety feature. 84.6 of them would like the product to be used as an automated safety feature. 0.4% doesn't like to have it, and 15% are still undecided. This means the majority of the respondents would use the product as a safety features.
So ito po yung video namin for yung assembly po, tapos yung working function po ng prototype. Bale, yung nangyari po sa video, nagsisend po kami ng command sa GSM SIM 900. On, off, tapos status po. Pag on, bale, mag-open po yung supply. Mag-open po yung valve. Tapos pag off, shut off niya po. Bale, yung sa status command naman po, para mag-send po siya ng feedback kung naka-on, kung naka-open po ba yung valve or naka-close. Tapos yung sa kung ilang receiver po yung pwedeng i-program. Bale, yun po yung sa limitation pa po namin.
Okay, thank you so much. DEET third year section 2. So we would like to proceed to the next presenters.
All right.
Mambona.
Okay po. For the next presenter po, may we call on their advisor? Actually, I would do the honor po since ito po ay advisory po ni Sir Dipay. So for the fourth presenter from the Department of Computer Engineering Technology 3-2, ang title po ng kanilang research ay Smart Solar Powered Indoor Aquaponics. So ang ating pong mga presenters, Miss Rio Eliza Venturina, Mr. Sean Kyle Alfonso, Miss Blair Jurgen Chacon, and Miss Duan Lim. So go ahead, guys.
Good morning po. Rinig po?
Yes na. Yes na.
So, a pleasant day to everyone. I'm Ria Eliza V. Venturina.
Blair Jordan Chacon. I'm Sean Kyle Alfonso. And Dwayne Lim.
And we are here to present to all of you our study entitled Smart Solar Powered Indoor Aquaponics. First and foremost, we the proponents, despite the pandemic, we made it possible to complete our study in our sheer knowledge, perseverance, collaboration with each other, and also with the help of those people who supported and guided us throughout our research. And as a result, the Smart Solar Powered Indoor Aquaponics is developed with our enthusiastic outlook and resourcefulness throughout our thesis period. So before we proceed, the following are the key highlights of this presentation. First is the introduction, the statement of the problem, then the scope and limitation, significance of the study, basic and context diagram, results and discussion, video presentation. So to start, let us talk about the food security and urban agriculture in the Philippines. So population growth, climate change, land depletion, water shortages, and food security are some of the big challenges that the world is dealing with. So the Philippines as a developing country is primarily impacted by these concerns due to its unregulated population. So if adequately used, the country's vast and cultivated agricultural land will sustain the country's growing population. However, in some regions, the growing development of farm fields into residential area or industrial areas is seen as a danger for food security as it eliminates the arable land that could have been intended for food production, undermining the food security. So moreover, according to Dr. Dar, from the Department of Agriculture, in 2019, he argues that
it is important for us to begin investigating the enormous potential of urban agriculture and indoor food production in cities now. So rather than we wait before the food production in rural areas is seriously impacted by rapid urbanization and the extreme weather events. So as a result, the aquaponics can be the key component for the future of our urban farming. So what is aquaponics? So aquaponics is a combination of aquaculture or the recirculating aquaculture system or RAS. RAS is utilized in fish production. So this process works by recirculating the water several times as fresh water is gradually added into the system. So RAS is important for the aquaponics because number one, because it recirculates the water, the ammonia excreted by the fish, the waste excreted by the fish rather, is toxic because it will turn into ammonia and it is also highly toxic in high levels. So together with the RAS is the hydroponics. Hydroponics, on the other hand, is the process of wherein it is called the soilless system. You don't need to have a soil in order to grow your plants. So next is the traditional aquaponic system. From the left, you would see a large-scale setup of aquaponic system. This setup is typically used by commercialization or for those people that would like to do business with aquaponics. And next is the small-scale aquaponic setup, which is typically used by hobbyists of aquaponics grower. And this is typically used to feed a family. And this can be installed in the backyards, especially also for the urban areas in their rooftops and also inside their homes. So as a result, aquaponics can truly contribute to the solution. However, because of the synergetic absorption and release of waste from fish to plants, periodic monitoring and establishment of an aquaponic system is intended to ensure that the system long-term stability or sustainability is maintain the important set points and the goals to ensure optimum performance of all aquaculture and hydroponic subsystems. So with that, the following are the optimal water quality values for aquaponic system as stated by Salinave in 2016. So in the first column, you would see the water quality parameters. These parameters are important because as said rather in the previous slide, the following parameters important in order to sustain the stability and the sustainability of the whole aquaponic system. So to start, the temperature. So in here you would see the two columns, aquaponic system in general, then tilapia aquaponics system, because in this study we utilize tilapia or Nile tilapia to be exact as our fish in our aquaponics. So for the temperature is an important parameter because it does not only affect the growth of the fishes but also the fish production. So for tilapia, the range temperature is 81 to 84 degrees Fahrenheit or 27 degrees Celsius to 29 degrees Celsius. And for the aquaponic system in general, is 65 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius or 29 degrees Celsius. Next is the pH or the power of hydrogen. Power of hydrogen is one of the important parameters for aquaponics as it is called the master variable because it impacts a lot of other parameters, including the ammonia ratio. So for aquaponics, the pH is from the range of 6 to 7, and from tilapia is 7, but in the study, because we only covered the life stage of tilapia fingerlings, we utilized a pH of 6.5 to 8.5 as cited by AMRI 2008 and from other researchers. And next is the TAN, or the total ammonia nitrogen, which is the amount of toxic buildup gaseous form and the non-toxic ionic form of ammonia. So for TAN, aquaponics in general should be less than rather 1 parts per million or ppm, and also this applied for tilapia aquaponic system. Next is the nitrite or the NO2. NO2 will be further explained in the next diagram. So for nitrite, less than 1 ppm for the aquaponic system in general, and also applies for the tilapia aquaponics. Next is the NO3 or nitrate. Nitrate is one of the necessary and beneficial nutrients for plants. So in aquaponic system, nitrate should be 5 to 150 ppm, and also this applies for tilapia as well. And lastly, but not the least, is the DO or the dissolved oxygen, which is crucial for fish growth and nitrifying bacteria. So DO should be greater than 5 ppm, and also this applies for tilapia aquaponic system.
As for the statement of the problem, um, um, the study set to answers the following questions as follows. Number one is, are there significant differences between the
Nak, medyo nag-ano po. Nag-echo.
Nag-echo po.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay na po, ma'am.
Yes po.
Are there, number one is significant differences between the sustainability of the and traditional aquaponics system during the rainy seasons in terms of A is water pH, B water temperature, C plant growth, fish growth. Two are there significant difference in the sustainability and traditional aquaponics system during the dry season in terms of
Nak, isang share sound.
Hello po. Okay na po, ma'am.
Sige, continue.
Number two is, are there significant differences between the sustainability of SIA and traditional aquaponics system during the dry season in terms of A, water pH, B, water temperature, C, plant growth, and D, fish growth. Number three is, what is the effect of the water quality pH in our aquaponic system in terms of plant growth and D, fish growth? Number four is, what is the effect of the water quality temperature in an aquaponic system in terms of A, plant growth, and fish growth? Number five is, what is the respondents' level of acceptance towards the suitability of SIA in terms of accuracy, functionality, and thus its reliability? For the scope and limitation, the scope of the proposed study covers the following. Number one is communities or households where arable land is unavailable. The communication process between the owner and the system through the utilization of IoT systems. Number three is the study covers only the pH, temperature, and water TDS for water quality. Number four is the study covers only to measure the length of leaf and height of the plants. Number five is the study covered only the fingerling life stage of the tilapia. Number six is the conventional solutions of existing studies. The researchers set the study to follow that elimination. The study is limited only to Chinese cabbage for cultured plants and black Nile tilapia for cultured fish. Number two, proposed system design is only for indoor utilization.
The significance of the study. The goal of this study is to create a more sustainable and systematic smart aquaponic system through autonomous control and monitoring, which will benefit the future of urban agriculture for food production sustainability. First, for the intended users. The goal of the study was to develop a smart aquaponic system for urban areas. People of all ages living in these regions may use and mount the SIA for urban gardening or commercial usage inside their houses at any time of year without having to manually operate the system on a regular basis and with less manual reading of the system. Next is for the environment. The AP system helps to safeguard water by using 90% less water, preserving lakes and rivers, conserving land and energy, and protecting soil and other environmental consequences on land and aquatic ecosystems. And lastly, for the authorities, this will help authorities address complementary, safe and effective food production and waste reduction methods, mitigate the negative environmental effects of farming systems, protect agricultural production bases, and address the sustainable use of resources through careful management, preservation, and restoration of degraded coastal and marine ecosystems.
Rio, nakamute ka.
So take 2 po. So in this part, we will explain the aquaponics basic diagram and how it works. So let's begin from the fish tank. So the fish tank is where we keep the fishes to live. So from the fish tank, as the tilapia produce waste and uneaten food, this will turn into ammonia. And next is the pump. Note that the pump is a key component for the aquaponics system because without a pump, one cannot able to transport the water from the fish tank into the grow bed, wherein the grow bed is where we cultivate our plants in the aquaponics. So moving forward, as the ammonia travel into the grow bed, a nitrifying bacteria will take over in order to remove the ammonia excreted by the fish because take note, as I said earlier, that ammonia is toxic for the fish. So a process called nitrification with a two-step procedure is involved in this process because this will remove the ammonia for the fish. So next is for the first procedure, a bacteria called Nitrosomonas will then convert this ammonia into nitrite. So nitrite is a nutrient for the plants. However, it is harmful for the fishes. So another set of bacteria called Nitrobacter and Nitrospira will then convert this nitrite into nitrate. Nitrate is then a nutrient for the plants. So the nitrate is not harmful for the fishes. So it will gradually add into the water back to the fish tank. So next is the biofilter. So biofilter is involved in biofiltration, wherein this is where the bacteria colonizes. And in this study, we utilize gravel rocks for our biofilter. And lastly is the bell siphon. The bell siphon is a process of flood and drain. It is important to ensure that the plants obtain sufficient nutrients and sufficient airflow in the root region. And that's how the whole basic aquaponics system works.
Now, for the context diagram of our system, in the center, aquaponics stands for the entire prototype. The Arduino and Raspberry Pi are housed in a main circuit box, which serves as the prototype's brain. The Arduino receives data from the sensors and the RTC module, which allows it to determine which actuator has to be engaged in order to maintain the system's ideal condition. And then the Arduino communicates with the Raspberry Pi through serial communication, allowing the Raspberry Pi to spread the data into 3 parts: daily sensor data uploads into the database, real-time monitoring through the cloud server, and lastly, the email and SMS notification.
So for the results and discussion, in order to answer the question provided in this statement of the problem, we utilize a t-test and Pearson's correlation coefficient in order to analyze and investigate the parameters defined by the researchers. So for the first and second part of our conclusion, we use t-test formula. It is a type of inferential statistic used to determine if there is a significant difference between the means of 2 groups, which may be related in certain features, and as a result, first is the average change in the growth rate of plants and fish during the rainy season and dry season is significantly high in SIA compared with TA or traditional aquaponics. Second is the water pH and water temperature level of SIA during the rainy season and and dry season is considered favorable for the system compared with the pH level yield by TA. And for the third and fourth part, we use the Pearson's correlation coefficient, which is the test statistic that measures the statistical relationship or association between two continuous variables. And as a result, the water pH has a significant effect on the plant and fish growth in the aquaponics system with a compute correlation coefficient R value of 0.6. It shows a moderate correlation between the two variables and an R value of negative 0.8, which is indicate a strong correlation respectively. And for the second, water temperature has a significant effect on the plant and fish growth in the aquaponics system with a compute correlation coefficient R value of negative 0.5. It shows a moderate correlation between the two variables and R value of 0.8, which indicates a strong correlation respectively. And lastly, in terms of suitability of SIA, the respondents' evaluation for smart solar-powered indoor aquaponics are as follows. First is for accuracy, it is equals to 4.71. For functionality, it is equals to 4.64, and for reliability, it is equals to 4.7. The respondents' response for the evaluation of SIA's acceptability regarding the accuracy result in overall mean of 4.71, which indicates that it is excellent. The respondents' level of acceptance in terms of functionality of SIA has an overall mean of 4.64 that makes it excellent. The overall mean for the respondent level of acceptance in terms of reliability is 4.67, which is also excellent. In general, the assessed overall mean of the respondents' evaluation regarding the suitability of SIA is 4.68. In conclusion, SIA is very likely to be sustainable in terms of all the characteristic of factors investigated in this study. And next is our video presentation.
Introducing the Smart Solar Powered Indoor Aquaponics or SIA. SIA is a small-scale, sustainable, smart indoor aquaponics system with an almost fully autonomous control and monitoring system. SIA's primary goal is to construct a more systematic and sustainable smart indoor aquaponics powered by solar energy that is operated with the help of microcontrollers and IoT system. SIA integrates the following. Number 1, data acquisition unit that is composed of the RTC module and these following sensors. Number 2, alert system unit that consists of a blue LED which indicates that the system is in good condition, while the red LED indicates that there is something wrong within the system. Next is number 3, the system rectification unit that automatically rectifies the system to maintain optimality by activating particular actuators. The Arduino control relays 1 to 4 and the servo motor, and then the Raspberry Pi control relays 5 to 7. Number 4. The Node-RED. This is a flow-based development tool for visual programming for wiring together hardware devices, APIs, and online services as part of the Internet of Things. Node-RED provides a web browser-based flow editor which can be used to create JavaScript functions. And lastly, the Node-RED. This is a cloud hosting agent which allows the process sensor data from the Node-RED to be uploaded into its own cloud server and to be used as a real-time data viewing. Once again, the Smart Solar-Powered Indoor Aquaponics or SIA.
Alright, so maraming salamat sa ating last but not the least presenter po sa ngayong umaga na to. So before anything else, Ma'am Aina.
Yeah, we would like to commend all the presenters, no? Thank you for the effort, no, class, kahit na sabi nga natin, nandito tayo sa situation na very challenging because of pandemic, pero you keep moving. So very commendable yung ginawa ninyo. At alam namin, ano, ni Ma'am Bona at the rest of ITech community na ang isa sa gusto nyo mangyari dito sa inyong mga research ay talagang magamit ito ng ating mga kababayan. At one of the best way na magamit ito maabot natin yung community. Di ba, Ma'am Bona? Kaya, nako, matutuwa ang Red, no? Kasi meron tayong Extension Management Office.
Opo, Ma'am. So, ipinapaalala ko sa ating mga presenter ngayon na ito pong inyong mga ginawa ay maaari po natin i-continue sa ating extension ng Institute of Technology at matulungan natin ang ating komunidad. Kasi isa din sa layunin ng ating Institute of Technology at lalong-lalo na rin po ng ating universidad na lahat po ng ating mga research ay mai-transfer natin sa ating komunidad para at least magamit po ito at ma-recognize naman din na ang inyong mga gawa ay malaking tulong para maabot po natin ang komunidad natin. So, bago po natin ituloy, Ma'am Aina, ang ating pong Q&A, so ipipresent po muna natin ang ating major sponsors sa araw na to. Actually, nabanggit na po natin to kanina. Tama po ba, Ma'am Aina?
Yes, no, we would like to thank our partnership with Questronics Corporation.
So, para po makilala po natin ang ating sponsor, meron po tayong inihandang ABT po sa kanila. Go ahead po. Ayan. So, maraming salamat po muli sa Questronics. Isa po sa ating reactor ang ating pong may sponsor. So, si Sir Josmilio, tama po ba, Ma'am? Ma'am, nakamute ka po.
Produkto ng ating Institute of Technology.
Opo. So, tama po kayo dyan. So, inaanyayahan po natin ang ating mga estudyante, lalong-lalo na po itong ating mga reactors at saka po ang ating pong mga advisors at ang ating pong mga iba pa pong guest po dito ay kayo po ay aming inaanyayahan at isa nga po sa Pustronics ang reactor natin. Mamayang hapon po natin siya magiging reactors. So with that, of course, we might have to proceed po sa ating pong Q&A or open forum for this morning session. So i-invite ko po ang ating mga reactors na magbigay po ng kanya-kanyang tanong para po sa ating mga presenters. So uulitin ko lamang po ang ating pong mga presenters ay ang mga sumusunod. Ma'am Aina, yung una po natin para po sa kaalaman po ng ating
So we have Dr. Jake M. Libed, isa sa faculty members ng Engineering Technology Department. And we have Engineer Julius Cancino from the Computer Engineering. Kapitbahay lang po ng ITech, kaya parang kapamilya talaga natin si Sir Cancino. And we have Ma'am Lunar.
Okay po. Ayan. So, andyan po ang ating reactor, si Engineer Julius Cancino po, para po magtanong sa ating mga presenters.
Okay, so my first question to the first group, how did you use the geographical information system in your design? Or how, in the particular, how did you apply particularly the use of geographic information system?
Okay po, first presenter po, pakisagot po yung tanong po ni Engineer Cancino, please.
Okay, hello po. Thank you po sa questions, Engineer Luis Cancino. We use geographic information system po sa aming website. Ito po yung naging base po namin sa naging location service namin through Google Map at yung API po ng Google Map ay naging base po namin. So nagamit po namin yung geographic information system po namin para makuha po yung location ng isang consumer kung sakali po mag-access po sila sa website nila, ay sa website po, and then makikita po nila yung direction po ng vending machine based po sa nakikita po nila sa Google Map doon sa website po namin. So kung napansin niyo po sa may video, meron pong logo po ng aming vending machine. Once na initap po nila sa vending machine, ay yung initap po yung icon po doon sa Google Map, may kita po nila yung product availability po, pati yung address, yung exact location po ng vending machine. Meron din po doon na tinatawag na direction, which is yung pag tinap nyo po yung direction, automatic bibigyan ko po ng guide para po masundan nyo po kung saang way po ba ikaw pupunta para mapunta po yung vending machine po.
Okay, another question. Could you give at least 3 selling points? Why should the public use your design? Again, could you give at least 5 selling points why the public will need to use your design or will use your design? Thank you.
So first po, naging selling point po dito ay yung first ang una po talaga namin focus is ilalagay po namin siya sa barangay. And to more security po purposes po yun para hindi po madaling malapitan ng mga masasamang tao po yung vending machine. So more sa barangay po. Secondly po, ang selling point naman po namin ay sa convenience store, meron din pong security doon at pwede po siyang magbantay ng vending machine doon inside the convenience store para po yung mga public places po sa mga bayan ay pwede po siyang mailagay doon. At yung third selling point naman po namin ay nilagay po, ang ibabalak po namin siya sa mga malalayong lugar, pero more specifically po talaga sa mga barangay outpost po talaga. And fourth, and yung pang-apat naman po, ang naging selling point po namin is yung, siguro po, banggitin ko na lang po yung yung specific purpose po ng vending machine po namin is to recognize po yung vending machine po namin na tawag po dito, maka-less po sila ng ng pamasahe nila, like yung hindi na po sila pupunta sa malayo, and
accessibility.
Yes, yung accessibility po ng mga tao to access the vending machine. And then lastly po yung convenient. So naging convenient po yung vending machine kung ang naging successful po yung pag-i-implement nito, lalo na sa mga rural areas and then the urban areas. So we can apply it both of this, pero para po sa pagiging convenient po ng mga consumer. At ang pinaka-focus po talaga namin is yung talagang hindi po nila yung parang tipong pag pumunta sila sa drugstore po, sasabihin po ng mga pharmacist doon na ay wala pong gamot, ganon. Parang sa isip po nila parang nasayang po yung punta nila. Ganon po. Ngayon, sa pamamagitan po ng vending machine, at this point, makikita po nila yung product availability po ng gamot, and makikita po din po nila yung direction po ng vending machine. Yun lang po.
Thank you.
Alright, so thank you very much, Engineer Cancino. Sunod naman po natin si Dr. Jake Liben.
Good morning po, sir.
Good morning, everyone, to my fellow reactors, Engineer Cancino, and Ma'am Mary Joy, to Dean and Chairperson.
Morning, sir.
Okay.
Morning po.
First of all, I would like to commend the timely and relevant proposals. Commend the advisors and the students. For the vending machine, if I could recall it correctly, hindi pwede ang bills, no? Coins lang siya.
Yes po. Base po sa scope and limitation po namin, exact amount pa lang po siya and coin operated pa lang po.
So you are intending to implement this in remote areas? Meron na bang specific na area? Wala pa naman, ano?
So far po, wala pa naman po.
Okay, so siguro sa mga future researchers sa mga lower year, given the current situation, siguro yung contactless payment or baka via GCash is pwede. Bakit hindi naging feasible yung ganoon?
Okay. Sa mga online transaction po, hindi po, meron po kasi parang side na may good, meron din pong bad side po pag sa cashless transaction po. Yung sa good po, okay po siya kasi pwede nyo lang po siyang gamit. Inisip kong cashless po, pwede pong gumamit ng card or parang RFID ang gagamitin namin. Once na parang itatap po yung sa vending machine, and then yun na po, automatic transaction success na po. So, meron din bad side din po yun, sir. Sa bad side po, yung security po ng ng transactions. Yun lang po.
Okay, yun lang po yung aking clarification for the lower year. Yan, baka pwede natin na maano siya.
Okay.
That's all for me.
Thank you po, sir.
Sure.
Thank you very much po, Dr. Liben. Our next po ang ating pong reactors, Fire Officer Mary Joy Lunar.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Sir Cancino and Sir Jake, my fellow reactors. First of all, congratulations, PUP Institute of Technology for this research symposium. My first question is, what motivates your team to come up with this project, especially now na may pandemic, ganun? Ano ang nag-motivate sa inyo na ito ang gagawin yung project?
Okay po, thank you po sa tanong. Actually po, ito po yung pinilit. Naging motivation po sa amin to kasi nung una pa lang po, gumawa pa lang po kami ng title proposal. Parang ito na po yung naging bet namin sa isa po naming member na si Sadde Padua po. Na naging inspire po sa kanya yun kasi yung magulang po niya meron pong sakit at meron pong mga maintenance na kailangang inumin po. At yun po yung naging concern niya simula pa lang po ng una at sa pagdating po ng title proposals. And then luckily po, ito po yung naging naging thesis title namin, which is medyo komportable po kami sa naging thesis title po namin kasi ito po yung naging inspiration po namin talaga, lalo na kami pong tatlo, meron din po kaming inaalagaan mga bata at saka mga matatanda po na nangangailangan din po ng gamot for maintenance.
Okay. We all know na existing na tong vending machine, di ba? Ano kaya sa tingin nyo ang technology na in-apply nyo na wala doon sa dati? Na sa existing vending machine, anong technology ang may apply nyo na sa tingin nyo makaka-contribute lalo na yung sa ngayon ba, kumbaga?
Okay pa. Ang naging innovation po namin sa vending machine po namin, una-una po yung connection with the website po, tsaka sa vending machine po na gamit ang Raspberry Pi. So sa Raspberry Pi po kasi, yun po yung naging system po ng vending machine. And yung Raspberry Pi po yung nagiging system or nagbabato po sa website namin. Sa website po, doon po ina-update yung mga binabato po galing po sa Raspberry Pi. So in each of transaction po sa vending machine po, nagkakaroon din po ng auto-update po ang website. So meron pong connection po ang Raspberry Pi po tsaka ng website. So kung sa video po kasi, makikita po ninyo na yung every transaction po ng isang consumer dun sa vending machine, kada transaction po ay nagkakaroon po ng update dun sa website na kung saan yun lang po nakita niyo po na dispense po yung isang item, automatic na nabawasan po ng items dun sa website, dun po sa vendor. So yung naging innovation po dito, sa conclusion po sa innovation is yung nagkaroon po ng ng website na makikita na lang po ng consumer through phone at ma-access po yung website po nila. And then makita po nila yung direction kung nasaan po yung vending machine. So yun po yung naging innovation po namin for vending machine po.
Okay. Hindi ko kasi nakita yung reports generation nyo doon sa dashboard nyo, doon sa video. Meron ba kayong reports and analytics? Kasi you're using GIS.
So sa reports and analytics po kasi ma'am, hindi po kami nag-base doon, ma'am. Parang ang naging ang method po na ginamit po namin is through research po talaga. Parang naglagay po nagbasa-basa lang po kami through GIS, and then tinulungan na lang po kami ng mga advisor namin kung paano po siya i-proper work po yung analysis po. So hindi po kami parang nag-base lang po kami sa aming naging research.
Okay. Siguro ito maging innovation to, further innovation sa mga junior years nyo, di ba? Kasi gumamit kayo ng GIS, so kailangan talaga yung reports generation doon, tsaka yung analytics nandun dapat. Kasi yun lang ang recommendations ko for future innovations ng project mo. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much sa ating mga reactors saka sa first group. Now we have your question po para naman sa section DECET 3-2, yung IoT-based intelligent streetlights. Can we start with kay Ma'am Lunar naman for this group?
Hello, sorry. Okay. Is there a notification if magkakaroon ng error or malfunctions yung system nyo? Or doon yung sa mga streetlights, meron bang notification doon?
Actually po wala. Bali, ang inisip po namin sa na system po na yan, pwede po, kumbaga, i-innovate na lang po sa susunod.
Okay. Since this IoT kasi, so I expect din kasi na nandun yung mga reports, nandun yung mga error notifications, ganun kasi existing na yung system nyo, existing na tong IoT based intelligent streetlights, existing na siya. So hinahanap ko pa sana yung innovation ba na wala dun sa existing system. But yun lang naman ang tanong ko kasi hindi ko siya nakita. Thank you.
And we
Thank
have
you
the
po.
question from Engineer Cancino, please. Nakamute
Sir,
po kayo,
nakamute
sir.
po.
No. Okay. Sorry. What research methodology did you apply in doing your research and why? And why? So research methodology, kasi you did not mention that about the methods. So what particular research method did you apply in conducting your study? Yes, second group. That's my question. And the second question is, could you give me at least 3 drawbacks of your design? So what are those disadvantages, or you would say loopholes, that will make your design a little bit disadvantageous? Okay, thank you.
We use explanatory po. About po sa 3 loopbacks. Yung unang-una po sa tingin ko po, for example po, magkakaroon po ng, kunwari po, kumidlat po or what, gagana pa rin po yung system namin. Pero kapag po nawalan po ng internet, hindi po niya masisave yung data po, yung time at saka po yung date kung kailan may dumaan na sasakyan. Ayun po yung isa sa mga loopbacks po.
Thank you.
And we have question from Dr. Jake Libed, please.
Next po is, ano po. So, yun nga po, yung project po kasi namin, recommended po siya sa mga barangays po. So, if ever po ginamit siya sa mga highways po, mawawala po yung sense nung prototype po. Kasi po ano po siya, kaya po sa barangay po kasi para po maging energy efficient po siya kasi hindi po active yung nightlife po.
Okay, thank you. So can we have question from Sir Libed?
Hi, again, good morning. So for question in this study streetlights, tama ba? Less activities during nighttime. Could you please tell me bakit nighttime? This is tama ba yung parang pag may dadaan saka lang mag-open yung streetlights? Tama ba ako? Ganun to.
Actually po, naka-open po yung light. Pero dim po. 40% lang po.
40%.
Opo. So, kaya mag-full bright lang po siya kapag may na-detect na po na sasakyan or tao po. Tsaka lang po siya mag-full bright.
So, bakit hindi siya pwede sa ano yung sabi kanina? Most likely parang sa loob lang siya ng street. Hindi siya pwede sa highway.
Actually po dinesign po namin yung project po namin kasi po meron pong mga research po na kapag po nilagay po yung system po namin sa area po na may active na nightlife po, mawawala na po yung essence niya po na energy saving po kasi po kung every minute, every hour po na tuloy-tuloy po yung pagdaan ng mga sasakyan, hindi na po mamamatay yung ilaw. Magpo-full bright na lang po siya, hindi na po siya magdidim. So mawawala po doon yung saving ng energy po.
Okay. So what are the challenges, your challenges in designing or in your times that you construct the system?
Minsan po nag-ghost reading po yung sensors po namin. So kailangan po talaga ng maraming testings, trials po bago po ma-achieve yung target mong data. Kasi po, bali yung sensors po namin, Anong word yun? Parang nilalagay po siya ng code para kunyari ganito pong reading. Ganito lang po siya magpa-function gano'n. Kumbaga by
So,
default
sineset.
po. Apo, yun sineset.
Okay. So, yun yung isa sa mga limitations sa sensor, no? Okay. That's all po, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you so much po, Sir Libed. Now, let's have DET3-2 student. Yung research title, Automatic Water Flow Shut-Off, Sensor SMS type. So, can we have a question from Engineer Cancino, please?
Good morning. My first question is, so is there any existing or similar product, commercially product available with your system? And if there is, how will you compare it with your existing design, with your present design? Thank you. And the second question is, what is the marketability points that you can come up with in order for you to commercially make it available to the market? Thank you.
Yung sa first question po, bale, meron na po similar, pero yung function po magkaiba. Yung sa mga naunang design po,
Could you elaborate it? How would you compare the existing one with your present design?
yung sa existing po, bale, nagre-react lang siya sa mga water leakage, ganun, using ultrasonic sensors, tsaka Hall sensors po. Tapos, nagsisend po siya ng feedbacks via Wi-Fi modules po, ganun. Tapos yung sa prototype po namin, pwede niyo pong kontrolin yung valve. Tapos, use status commands po para mabigyan kayo ng feedback kung naka-on po yung valve or hindi. Yun po yung sagot sa question number 1.
Okay. Next question. Sellable point or advantage? How will you sell your product to us? What are the selling points of your product?
Good morning po.
Yes.
Una po, umalis po ng bahay and wala pong tao doon. Nag-come up po kami sa prototype namin kasi po may incident po dun sa leader namin na nag-overflow po yung tubig nila and wala pong tao dun sa bahay nila. And muntik na po madamage yung mga appliances nila katulad ng mga speaker, ganun po. Bali, selling point po namin is naisip po namin na pwede naman po ma-avoid yung water accident through this prototype pag nag-text po ng command dun sa may GSM module ng off, on, para ma-check na rin po yung status. Then, yun nga po, number 2, safety measures po. Katulad po ng race ng water kapag naiwanang bukas. And yung cost po ng water saving.
Sure. You save in the water consumption, you mean say? That's what you're saying? You save a lot in terms of water consumption. Hello? Yeah.
Yung tubig and
I didn't question.
Hello po sa ating group 3.
Mukhang nasa labas yung ating student. Siguro mas malakas yung signal doon, ano? Sana sir, hindi siya napapaligiran ng tubig sa ngayon. Hindi niya po ba marinig yung question? Baka mahina din po yung internet sa kanila. Struggle talaga yung internet ngayon.
Yes. Anyway, okay na po ma'am. Thank you.
Question from Sir Jake Libet, please. Sir Jake?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Doon sa automatic water flow shut-off system, tama ba yung nakita ko kanina sa limitations, yung Rafael family? Ano po kayang ibig sabihin noon? Ni Rafael family ako nakita sa limitations. Anyone from the group could answer the question?
Bale po dahil po din sa pandemic, doon po namin kinonduct yung study po namin sa bahay po namin.
So that means hindi siya pwede sa iba, sa Rafael's family lang. Yun bang interpretation ko doon?
Pwede po sa mga realtors po.
Okay. Yun, so paki-revise na lang para hindi siya doon sa
Okay po.
Tapos yung doon sa water flow shut-off system, paano yung degree nung paano nalalaman kung umaapaw na yung paano ba yun?
Overflowing, sir.
Pag pumapatak ba, consider na yun as kailangan na ba nating mag-text na may gripong bukas o maapaw, or up to what degree? Kasi parang hindi nakita doon sa video demonstration. So, paano ba yung degree natin ng overflowing ng tubig para masabi natin na umaapaw na siya?
Bale po dun sa may LCD po, LCD display. Nakahook po siya sa wall sensor po. Para makita rin po na kung may flow yung water system niyo po. Kung may nakabukas bang faucet, ganun.
Yeah. So yun na, ang tanong ko yung yung kanyang pagtuloy-tuloy ba yung bukas o pag kalahati lang yung pagkakapihit ng gripo, or for example, patak lang yung lumalabas, ikino-consider ba ng system na umaapaw na or may bukas na gripo or what? Paano ba natin I'm interested, paano ba natin masasabi na ito ay overflowing na at kailangan na nating i-shut off yung system?
Considered po siya na leakage po. Tapos pwede niya rin po siyang pwede niya na rin pong patayin na lang kung nasa bahay po, or pag nasa labas po kayo, if unsure po na yun po, kung may napatay po ba kayong faucet or wala. Bale, magsisend lang po kayo ng status command kung naka-on po or off yung valve.
Okay. Yun lang po, Chair.
Thank you so much po, Sir David. And now we have Ma'am Mary Joy Lunar. Question please, ma'am.
Okay. Hindi ko kasi nakuha yung tamang sagot na hinahanap din siguro ng dalawang kapareho kong reactors. Ito na lang questions ko. What are the drawbacks ng system nyo? May alarm ba to? Kung paano nyo ma-identify na yung parang question din ni Sir Jake. Tapos, question number 2 po is paano mo ma-encourage ang community na magamit ito since dun sa limitations nyo is sa bahay nyo lang ginamit. Sa bahay nyo lang siya na-test.
Ma'am, sorry po, pwede pong paulit po ng questions.
Okay. What are the drawbacks of your system? May alarm ba to na tulad sa question ni Sir Jake, hindi ko kasi nakuha yung tamang sagot, sorry. Paano nyo siya masasabi na ito na ba? Ito na yung itong notification na to masasabi dun sa user na meron ng overflow ng tubig, something like that. And question number 2, how would you encourage the community na gamitin yung system nyo since yung limitations nyo is sa isang bahay lang siya ninyo tinest?
Good morning po. Originally po kasi yung prototype po namin is consist din po ng timer. Dahil po sa walang sufficient po and sabi rin po ng professor namin, ilagay na lang po namin sa recommendations po. Pero if sakali nga po na mag-overflow po, magsaset po kami ng timer na pag na-achieve po yung time na yun, kunyari po specifically 12 minutes, magna-notif po sa phone nyo na your faucet is open or your water is open, something like that po. And about naman po dun sa second questions po, ang sagot ko po dun is, dahil po sa-survey po namin, naglagay po kami ng age kasi malaking factor po yun. Kasi po napansin po namin na normally po, yung mga oldies or elderlies po natin is makakalimutin po. Malaking factor po sa kanila tong prototype na to, lalo na po kung sakaling busy or madami po silang ginagawa, na may mag-notify po sa kanila na may bukas po. Kasi po, if kahit water lang po yan, lalo na po pag may mga kasama ko sa bahay, lalo na po yung mga babies or mga bata po, normally po kasi na napaglalaruan po kasi nila yung mga faucet po natin na hindi po natin napapansin dahil nga po sobrang busy po natin. Malaking factor po nito para sa kanila na malaman po nila na may unsafe na nangyayari na po sa loob po ng area nila. And about naman po dun sa limitation po namin, nilagay po namin yun dahil po sinabay po namin sa pandemic. Kaya po naging ganun yung limitation namin na hindi po namin kaya i-conduct sa ibang houses kasi po bawal nga po dahil baka po magka-COVID. Kaya po yung pamilya na lang po ni Raf. And malaking factor po yung bahay nila kasi po yung area po nila is madami pong tao na pwede po natin ilagay sa isang metro po or yung yung sa may loob po, di ba po, may metro po. Tapos yung bago po mag-connect po sa bahay, pwede po magsara. Doon po kasi namin ilalagay po yung prototype po namin. Hindi po sa labas kasi po dangerous po sa mga magnanakaw po. Nasagot ko po ba yung tanong niya po?
Okay.
Okay na po, ma'am?
Yes po, okay na po.
All right po. So, thank you very much po sa ating group 3. Ngayon naman po, dumako po tayo sa ating group 4. So, may we ask our reactors, unahin po natin si Sir Jake Livid para po tanungin ang ating group 4.
Yeah. Hello. Group 4 is Aquaponics. Tama po ba? No?
Yes po.
Tama, sir.
Yep. So my question is doon sa water pump kanina, doon sa inyong diagram illustration, do you have a special filtering media that would somehow convert the ammonia into nitrite? Okay? Kasi kasi parang sa alam ko, parang kasi ako ay nag-aquarium, so kailangan may beneficial bacteria na papaakyat, hindi doon sa illustration nyo and doon sa demo parang water pump lang yung nandoon. It's a water pump na yung tubig is papunta sa taas, directly doon sa taas, so hindi niya mako-convert yung ammonia, cannot be converted by directly magpa-flow lang yung tubig doon sa taas. So correct me if I'm wrong. Tama ba? Meron ba? Or you use a beneficial bacteria or filter media in order for that particular process to occur?
Yes, sir. So from the diagram, as we recall, we have a biofilter. So this is a biofiltration. We use gravel rocks. So the gravel rocks is where the bacteria will colonize. So the process will happen in the biofilter.
Based dun sa scope nyo, no, it's only for tilapia and Chinese cabbage, tama ba? So,
Yes po, sir.
sa ibang isda o fish or sa ibang gulay, hindi siya applicable yung setup ninyo, hindi siya pwede.
Pwede po, pero magkakaroon po ng configuration ng program. Depending po dun sa specific na species ng isda because different species requires different tolerance in the parameters.
Okay. Yun lang po yung tanong ko, share.
Okay po. Thank you po, Sir Livid. Ang susunod naman po natin ay si Engineer Cancino po.
Okay po. Okay, so good morning to the last group. So my first question is, what is the problem of the existing hydroponic system that you have researched besides automation that leads your group to conduct this study? Okay, second, what is the current trend? Ano ba yung trending ngayon ng technology or the current trend of technology in the fields of hydroponics? Okay, so those are my two questions. Thank you.
Sir, for hydroponics po, for clarify ko lang po.
Yes, yun nga una, what's the current trend of technology? Saan papatungo yung field ng hydroponics? Or how does hydroponics evolve from the very first design down to the up-to-date design? Ano na yung tinatakbo ng technology? Syempre nagbabago yan every year, there's a renovation, innovation. So, how will you describe the current trend of technology in terms of hydroponics para makita natin or we can actually claim na our design would be better off than the previous one because of, okay? And then what's the problem of the existing hydroponic systems besides automation? Kasi what you have actually done was to introduce automation. Nag-automate kayo no? You automated every bits of the process in order for you to maintain the hydroponics environment. So, ano yung problem ng existing that lead you to conduct your study further? Thank you.
So first and foremost, sir, in hydroponics, since soilless system siya, this conducts water. So yung water po, yung nutrients po na nagsusupply dun sa halaman ng hydroponics, gumagamit po yung mga hydroponics grower ng nutrients. So binibili po nila yon. And yun po yung isa sa advantage ng aquaponics. In aquaponics, hindi niyo po kailangan bumili ng nutrients because yung mga waste na nanggagaling dun sa organism sa tank ang magsusupply ng nutrients para sa halaman dun sa aquaponics.
Use the symbiosis parameter of the environment. No, symbiosis, ibig sabihin bawat organism interact relatively to being productive or being used by other organism as well in the environment. Kaya symbiosis effect yan. Okay, thank you.
Okay po. So thank you
Problem.
po.
Hindi yata nasagot yung problem eh. Yung problem ng existing, ano yung problem ng existing hydroponics that led you to conduct your study for you to produce this product of yours? Ano yung naging problem ba? Ano ba yung problem na na-encounter ng mga aquatic farmers when they use this hydroponics that led you to have this system of yours para ma-develop mo? Ano yung mga problem na nakita nyo? Kasi di ba when you do your research, you have to ask the farmers or the local, ano ba yung problema po? No, para doon ka papasok, doon ka ngayon mag-iisip ng intervention ideas that will conceptualize how you're going to design your system or your plan or your design. Okay, thank you. Ano yung problem na nakita nyo? Dapat may nakita kayong problem kasi that's the key point eh. That's the key point that will lead you or trigger you to conduct your study or research.
Hello, Miss Rio, naka-off yung naka-mute ka.
Ay, sa additionally po sa hydroponics po, yung mga liquid, yung mga halaman po hang lang po siya dun sa mga parang ano po, yung halimbawa po, yung sa mga nutrient film technique, basta po wala po siya na biofiltration. So, yung mga liquid po, nag-aggregate doon. So, most yung mga root system po ng halaman, wala pong supportive material. So, mag-aggregate po doon yung solid medium o yung mga bacteria. So, open or close po yung HP processes. So, in aquaponics po, ina-eliminate niya po yung ganong drawback ng hydroponics.
Kasi nga yung bacteria add harm dun sa environment.
Ay, dagdag ko lang po, sir, yung nga po sabi niyo, sir, na yung kung ano po pinakaiba po nito sa dati po. Bali, kasi siya po, yung monitoring po niya, sir, bali, monitor po siya kahit po wala kasi bahay po. Tsaka, yung water po kasi, di ba, sa iba po, need pa po siyang palitan ng regular, bali, mano-mano po talaga yung mga paggalaw. Dito po, automatic po lang. Yun lamang po.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so thank you po, Sir Cancino. And last but not the least po, sa ating pong reactor, si Ma'am Lunar po. Go ahead po, Ma'am.
Okay. Congratulations sa last group, no? Ang galing ng presentation ng research nila. And actually, lahat naman magagaling eh. But yung last group talaga ang naka-focus ng attention ko kasi I'm not into fish or anything and gardening, no. Pero ang tanong ko lang, what challenges ang na-encounter nyo na ma-meet nyo bago nyo na-meet ang research studies nyo? At the same time, paano nyo ba, like ako, hindi ako wala akong fish tanks or plants dito sa bahay ko or something like that. Paano mo ko may encourage na okay itong projects nyo for ano ba siya? Ano ba magiging benefits nito para sa akin?
So, for the first question, ma'am, ang na-encounter po namin upon developing our research is first and foremost po, dun sa Raspberry Pi. So, yung Raspberry Pi po, may ginagamit po kami memory card. So, gumagamit po si Raspberry Pi. So, yung configuration po, may ini-install po kami for sa automation, sa monitoring. Tapos po, one time, lagi pong bumibigay yung Raspberry Pi kusang nag-shut off. Then, we configure the problem and we found out na luma na po pala yung memory card na nagamit namin. So, immediately, pinalitan po namin and then, ayun po, wala na pong yung automatic na shut off yung Raspberry Pi. And next po, dun po sa heater ng aquarium, we utilized glass and then upon simulation, nabasag po yung glass. So, pinalitan po namin siya ng aluminum. Mga ganun po. So, for the second question, ma'am, even if you're not into urban, not knowledgeable in fishes and plants. Ma'am, saan po ba kayo nakatira? May I ask po? Or urban area po ba kayo o rural?
Dito lang sa Cubao.
So, ayan po. Ito po yung main focus ng, sige po. Ito po yung main focus ng aquaponics namin. Yung mga nasa urban areas po, alam po natin na karamihan, wala pong kakayahan na magkaroon ng garden sa mga backyard, kamukha dito sa province na magtatanim sila sa mga backyard nila ng kung ano-ano. So, for the urban areas, ito po yung main focus ng aming project, ang mag-provide ng urban gardening para sa mga residents ng urban areas. So, kahit po nasa bahay lang po kayo, nakakapag-alaga po kayo ng halaman, at the same time, meron din po kayong isda na pwede nyo pong makain po for your family use. Family consumption rather po. Yun lamang po.
If I may, one last question, please.
Okay po, sir.
Sir, go ahead.
Sorry, Ma'am Mary Joy, for ma'am.
Sir, it's okay po.
Regarding po doon sa kanina yung pH reading, for example, yung ammonia, and so how will the system going to react if ever, for example, medyo hindi na maganda yung reading na ito, for example, nasa 8 or 9 na yung pH or something, magre-react ba yung system or paano ba mangyayari doon? Kasi for example, harmful na yung yung ammonia level niya or nitrate niya. Paano pala yun? Sorry, I forgot to ask. Thank you.
Sir, doon po papasok yung yung automation po ng system. Kasi po sa system namin, nag-install po kami ng mga dosing pumps. So if ever na bumaba yung pH reading or tumaas yung pH reading, meron po siyang mga pH pumps, kumbaga, tinatawag namin na magpa-pump ng solution sa water para po hindi siya lumala yung problem. Or ma-maintain po yung optimal status po ng system.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So, maraming salamat po sa ating mga reactors at sa ating mga presenters. Ma'am Aina, napakadami pong naitanong na sa tingin natin ay satisfied naman po ang ating mga reactors. Tama po ba?
Yan, nakasmile si Sir Libed eh.
Opo.
Very
So, salamat po muli sa ating mga reactors. So, bago po tayo pumunta po doon sa ating pinaka-final, which is the awarding of certificates to our dear reactors. Of course, thank you very much po sa ating mga presenters na ngayong umagang ito. At wini-welcome ko din po at nire-recognize ko po ang ating pong mga faculty members again, sa ating mga regular faculty members, part-timers, our ITech designees po. Andyan din po ang ating chairperson po ng Computer Management Technology, Professor Josephine de la Isla. Magandang umaga po.
Good morning, ma'am.
Andyan din po, ayan po. Andyan din po ang ating registrar. So, si Professor Nympha Del Rosario. Ayan po, ang ating pong mga nagpipitagang mga officials po ng Institute of Technology. Andyan din po ang ating lab head, si Sir Professor Remigio Rios. Good morning, Sir Rios. And then, andyan din po ang ating pong another lab head po, si Engineer Raymond Alfonso. Magandang umaga po. At sa mga bumubuo po ng itong research symposium na to, sa aking mga kapwa-guro at mga estudyante na nandito ngayon, maraming salamat sa inyong pagdalo. So, to continue, of course, nandito na po tayo sa tinatawag po natin na awarding of certificates to our reactors. So, ulitin ko lamang po ulit, ang ating pong exit evaluation po ay magaganap po mamaya po. So, para po sa ating awarding of certificates, may I call on Professor Josephine de la Isla to give the award to our reactors. Chairperson de la Isla po, please. Hello po, ma'am.
Nagahangin computer.
Okay po. Ayan po. Go ahead po, ma'am.
Dali lang, ma'am, ha? Nagahangin computer ko. Ano ba nangyayari?
Opo. Sige po. So, paalala ko lamang po muli sa lahat ng ating pong mga nandito po sa Zoom at sa lahat po ng nasa YouTube. Maraming salamat po. So, hindi pa po tayo natatapos. Ang natapos lang po natin ay para po sa umagang presentation. Meron pa po tayo sa hapon. So,
we will start
okay
at
po,
around
ma'am.
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes po. Okay po, ma'am.
Okay, pwede na.
Yes po, ma'am. Go ahead po.
Okay, so magandang umaga po sa lahat, especially to our panelists or reactor. So please allow me to read the content of the certificate. Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Institute of Technology. So this certificate of recognition is hereby awarded to Dr. J. Libed in recognition of his valuable contribution as reactor during the research symposium with the team Collaborative Research and Design for Innovation Towards a Better Normal. held on July 2 and 3, 2021 in a virtual conference. So this certificate is given the second day of July 2021. Signed, Engineer Ramil M. Cruz, Dean, and Dr. Ana Ridipi Gapasing, Vice President for Research, Extension, Planning, and Development. So maraming salamat po.
Alright po. Maraming salamat po sa ating chairperson ng Computer Management. Okay. So our next presenter po para po sa ating Certificate of Recognition, may I call on our registrar, Professor Nympha Del Rosario, to read and award this Certificate of Recognition to our reactor.
Wait lang. Okay. Good morning to all of you, especially our reactor for this symposium this morning. Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Institute of Technology, this certificate of recognition is hereby awarded to Engineer Julius Cancino in recognition of the valuable contribution as reactor during the research symposium with the theme Collaborative Research and Design for Innovation Towards a Better Normal, held on July 2 in a virtual conference given this second day of July, signed Engineer Ramir Cruz, the Dean, and our Vice President, Dr. VP Gapasim, Vice President for Research, Extension, Planning, and Development. Congratulations and thank you.
Okay po. Thank you very much po, Professor Nympha Del Rosario.
Welcome.
For our last reactor po, to present the award of certificate, may I call on our Dean, Engineer Ramir M. Cruz.
Yeah. Good morning po ulit. Again, congratulations to all the presenters and thank you very much to our reactors. So let me read the citation. Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Institute of Technology. The certificate of recognition is hereby awarded to FO3 Mary Joy E. Lunar, MSIT, in recognition of her valuable contribution as reactor during the research symposium with the team Collaborative Research and Design for Innovation Towards a Better Normal, held on July 2 and 3, 2021 by a virtual conference. The certificate is given the second day of July 2021, signed by yours truly, Ramir Cruz, the Dean of the Institute of Technology, and Dr. Ana Rubipi Gapasin, the Vice President for Research, Extension, and Development of the University. Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Lunar.
Okay, so that's it po. Maraming salamat po umuli sa ating mga reactors. Ma'am Aina.
Thank you so much po sa lahat and congratulations para sa ating pong pang-umagang session. At ang hinihintay po ng lahat ang ating photo session, ang ating photo privilege. So may we request po all to open their camera para makita po natin ang ating nagagandahan at nagagwapuhang mga faces. Okay? So sa ating mga taga-technical, ayan, may naka-assign po tayo na magpipicture. Ngayon ko po nakita, ang gugwapo talaga ng mga guys natin dito at saka ang gaganda na ating mga nagpipitig ang mga bisita. Okay po, faculty members. Thank you so much po. So, ang ating pong technical, Ma'am Bona, sila po ang magka-count nito. Ano po?
Yes po. So, may I call on the technical team? Meron po tayong 6 na panel. Proceed.
Okay po. So, for the first panel po, 1, 2, 3. For the second panel po, 1, 2, 3. Last panel, 1, 2, 3. Okay na po.
Yan. Thank you so much po. At syempre, thank you Ma'am Bona sa ating sponsor, ang ating kaibigang Questronics Corporation. Ano po?
Yes po. So muli, inaanyayahan po natin ang ating mga faculty members, ang ating pong mga estudyante po para po sa ating afternoon session. Ito po ay mag-uumpisa po ng 1 p.m. So hindi na po din natin kailangan po lumabas dito po sa loop para po makabalik po tayo. At lahat naman po ng nasa YouTube natin, magandang tanghali po sa inyo. At salamat din po sa panonood sa atin ng live. So muli, good afternoon and pwede na po tayong mag-take ng ating lunch.
Yung